What if the reason that you have been stuck on self-improvement is because you're trying to upgrade yourself, when actually it's God that's trying to transform you? This was my journey for a long while. I spent years stuck, going round in circles with self-improvement, constantly just being frustrated by my own efforts. I would perhaps work out really consistently for a month or two and then just fall off and not go to the gym for months on end. And perhaps you can relate to that. Maybe it's not the gym for you, but other productive habits that you've been trying to implement in your life. Or perhaps there's bad habits that you've been trying to break for a long while. I know I certainly had some. And it doesn't seem to matter what you do. You maybe get a streak of a month or even just a week of not doing that habitat, but then you relapse and you just end up being in this spiral of downward self-belief, self-energy. You know, it's very draining to try and constantly strive and grind to improve yourself, and then just get reminded that you're very human and that we all just fall short of those standards and the levels that we set for ourselves, or perhaps that we've accepted from society as well. And again, this is a trap I feel a lot of us fall into. We see all of this content online of people with really, really good physiques or making millions and millions of dollars, and we think that we should be there, we should be doing that, and that the version of us that we then, this time's going to be different, this time I'm going to go for it, and we never get there. And to me, that transformation didn't come until I let go and surrendered myself to God. I spent years fighting and rebelling against God and trying to do things in my own strength, go my own way, make my own path, improve myself. And yeah, it never had the impact that I hoped it would. And it wasn't until I handed that side of my life over to God that I saw that He had a purpose and a direction for me. And it wasn't this pressured grind, hustle mentality that I'd kind of had for years before. It was actually a very freeing and peaceful journey towards where He wanted me to go. It was small steps and consistent just being and being present that helped me to transform my life from someone who was very burnt out, very overwhelmed, very lost. And that is likely to be you if you've got this far into the video. You know, you feel that real sense of like there must be something deeper, there must be something more. This self-improvement lark it isn't working for me. And I want to tell you that the answer to that is to find your spiritual sides, to find God and to put your trust in Him, because it really will transform your life. And it helped me to kind of see where I was going wrong in my life and to start to build those consistent habits that actually, when I centered my attention on God and growing into the man that He wanted me to be rather than the man that I wanted to be, it really opened up this flow in my life as well. And I really want to help you. And if you're finding yourself in a position where you feel that sense of overwhelm, burnout, loss, maybe you're really anxious or depressed, there is a short guide that I've linked in the description. It's completely free and it's what transformed me. It's how I built the system of habits that really transformed my life and took me from that place of despair into this full, joyous and peaceful living that I'm in now. And it can do the same for you. So as I say, the link is in the description if you're interested. I think I've titled this video about self-improvement and spiritual revolution or revelation and revival. And I think that is something that we're really starting to see in the world if we pay attention to it. You know, it wasn't long ago that there was some protests in the UK, in London, and something really stuck out to me was the amount of crosses, not just St George's crosses, but actual Christian crosses in those protests, and in just one of the street interviews, this guy was asking people, like, what do you think is the biggest problem with this country at the moment, or what do you think this country needs? And this guy's answer was God. And it really resonated with me as someone who had recently come back to faith, that I could, from the side of having that relationship with God and kind of seeing how it had transformed my life, it just was so clear to me that yes, this is what I'd been missing, and this is what other people had been missing too. And so it really did kind of inspire me to make this YouTube channel, and to help people like yourself who perhaps haven't come to that place yet, but are searching and are looking for that deeper meaning, that deeper spiritual connection in life. You know, I read some interesting statistics as well, and I think there is a real change happening, because 18 to 24 year olds, in I think it was the last 6 or 7 years, the amount of them who go to church has quadrupled. It's gone from 4% to 16% of that age group are going to church. And to me, that just screams that, you know, this worldly view that we've been sold and we've bought into just is being disregarded. It's being seen for what it is by the younger generation, and they are going in droves to church and to find that spiritual side of life that the modern world just seems to, you know, that's for, you know, hippies and yoga retreats, not for every day. And another really interesting statistic that I came across was the sense of fulfillment that people who go to church have in their life. In a survey, people were asked, you know, do you feel purposeful? Do you have fulfillment in your life? And about 50% of people who didn't go to church said, yes, I do. And yeah, I can see that. But what staggered me was 80% of people who went to church answered yes to that question, 30% more than those who didn't. And that just really, really struck me and kind of made me realise that this it's not just an individual journey with God, and yes, it is that to a point, but it's the community aspect of things as well. And I think being part of that church community has really helped me. It's helped my wife, and we've grown as people through that, and it's given us a real sense of home, of place, and yeah, that community has changed us in our sort of daily walk, I suppose. And so I really want to encourage you to go and seek that community for yourself. Look up your local churches and find somewhere nice and local to go to, and just give it a go. If you've never been before, just give it a go, and I think you'll find that your life probably won't be the same again. It may stir something in you, and I hope this video has stirred something in you too, because that has been my goal with this video. The idea for it only came to me probably about an hour ago, and I just knew I had to come and record. So if you're seeing this, if you've made it this far, know that you were meant to hear this message. And I'm also working on building a community myself. It's going to be called The Hearth, and I'll be hosting it as a place where you can just come to relax and rest and disconnect from the sort of hustle and bustle of the world. I want it to be a cosy and tight-knit place where you can make friends and have that sense of place. An area where you can talk with like-minded people, share ideas, tell stories, and just enjoy that sense of community in your life as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It will be coming soon, or it may even be available by the time I post this video. If you're interested in that transformational guide that I talked about earlier, the Simple Living Blueprint, which was the system that I used to move myself from a place of darkness to a place of light, and if you're ready to make that change in your life, then grab your free copy from the description below. It will really help you, and yeah, until next time, thanks ever so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, like, drop a comment down below, and I'll catch you next time. God bless you.